Did we stop in Yuma or did we go straight from Phoenix to Carlsbad? I don't remember. I think we went straight back, but I think we stopped in Yuma the way there. Oh, because we had to do the freaking 3 takeoffs and landings and the different. Yeah.
I will never forget my first ever actual ILS instrument approach.
Yeah.
Was into Carlsbad.
Carlsbad, dude.
Not only
Palomar.
that, but it was probably dude, that layer the tops were 8. We were in it for thousands of feet. We broke down.
So I actually regularly talk about that. I talk about that to people all the time. Talk about instrument, that specific flight. I talk about it all the time. I'm like, dude.
We were in it
we were in the soup, dude. And I mean, no brakes.
No brakes.
And so I'm sitting here like, dude. And you take for granted, right? There's like an instrument, huge emphasis on instrument.
Right.
It's flying the approach, right?
Right.
But like you take for granted, like, oh, descend 1,000 feet. So you're descending 1,000. You're descending down 1,000 feet. You're going from 5 to 4,000.
Right.
When you get to 4,000, now you have to use your instruments to level off.
Right.
And then you get the power right. And then you do all this other stuff. It's like, dude, flying an ILS or flying an RNAV or whatever is the easiest part of instrument. I was like, dude, literally just maintaining level flight and keeping your altitude and then just like, or actually, no, it never was that. Level flight's easy too. It was the gauging a descent in the reality of things.
Yeah.
You're flying through this cloud, right? You got the vents open. You're getting cloud juice on you. I mean, it's not really wet, but I mean, it's, you're doing your descent and then you level off and then you add the power back in again. It's like, this would be a lot easier if it was just not IMC, right? Okay, right turn to blah, 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 left turn this, and then you get the turn. You get the turn to intercept final or intercept the localizer or whatever, right? Like even that, just straight or level turns.
Right.
Level turns and hard IMC. Even that, you're like, geez, man.
It's weird.
You look at the ADSB, and there's just a line of planes going into Palomar. And then they say, keep your speed up. There's a Falcon. There's a Falcon behind us.
There's jets in there, the whole thing.
It's a Falcon behind us.
Yeah.
Keep your speed up. And I'm thinking, man, you take that for granted, but I'm keeping my speed up in instrument. I got other things to scan now. I got way more stuff to scan other than jam the power and just look outside.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at my instruments, and I have to make this work well. Yeah. I'm gonna do this approach a little bit faster. I'm gonna drop the flaps a little bit later.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Dude, I'll never forget it. It was a long time in the soup, and we broke out, and there was the runway. And I'm sure everyone have this experience at some point in instrument. Hopefully, at some point, people get actual somewhere. But I will never forget that flight. It was amazing. Yeah. That really brought home just the power of instrument flying in the clouds.
It's important.
It's crazy. It's
important.
Different.
Yeah.
You pop out, and I'll never forget. I popped out, and there's the runway, and I'm like, whoa.
Yep.
Like it felt like 10 minutes I couldn't see outside.
It was longer than that.
It's longer than that.
100% was longer than that.
Dude.
I think we were in IMC for at least 25 minutes.
It was crazy.
I think we were in IMC for that long.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then we popped down. There's the runway. And I'm like, okay, I'm a believer in this thing. Now I believe in it.
You get that experience. You're like, wow, this is dope.
It works.
But then, okay, so everybody needs an experience like that. It is very important because if you're the student who is cheating under the foggles,
yes,
you get your instrument rating.
You can't cheat that.
You cannot cheat that. And I've had students that I've seen experiences like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's take them somewhere. It's 400 overcast. Let's see you do S turns on a localizer.
You can't exactly. You can't pop out of the
Be like, okay, and then take them somewhere clear right after that, and then watch them cheat again.
Whoa.
And then have a conversation about. You understand that with the license that you're going to get in your check ride a week from now,
there's
right?
no shortcuts.
I'm like, you're going to get the license because the DPU is really easy. But that's another story. You're going to get the license. Let's say you wanted to get breakfast at this airport we just went to with your mom, right? Are you going to go kill you and your mom? Are you going to take that license to go kill yourself? Is that what you're going to do? Because in this specific flight, you were doing S-turns and you were having a very hard time keeping the plane straight in the clouds. But then the very next approach, you're going to cheat out of your foggles because you can cheat. And you just witnessed what happens when you're actually in IMC and how important it is to actually understand your instrument scan. I'm like, how could you 20 minutes later make a decision to cheat some more? I just don't get it.
Yeah. That's the thing. There's really, when it comes to flight training, there's no shortcuts.
There's no reason to have shortcuts.
Who are you kidding? You just, if anyone, you're kidding yourself.
Yeah.
You're kidding yourself.
Yeah.
There's no shortcuts. So what? So you looked out of the foggles? Heck, don't wear the foggles. And then you'll be an actual someday. You won't be able to handle it. There's really no shortcuts.
Yep.